It's the fight they want us to have. And the subtitle is Or the Other Problem with Zoran Mandami. Let's go. We got Mandami and Cuomo here in various poses and things. In June, this Substack published an article called The Problem with Zoran Mandami, describing how his positions were weak compared to the 11 demands list. Since then, those positions have only gotten weaker. The Mandami-Cuomo election is just the latest example of the types of fights that the corporate establishment wants us to have. Some other examples, things like immigration, the culture wars, gun control, or the latest sex scandal, or even Charlie Kirk. What do all these things have in common? None of them threaten the billionaire-controlled status quo. It's not that these things shouldn't be discussed. They should, but the conversation should always pivot to this. What are our demands, and what are the solutions? On the other side, there are the things they don't want us talking about or getting serious about fixing, such as government corruption, wealth inequality, corporate monopolies, ending the wars, censorship. So when it comes to a figure like Mandami, sure, he's much better than a Nepo troll like Andrew Cuomo, but that's always the game, isn't it? They show you the wolf, so you take in the fox. And we have to ask, when push comes to shove, which set of interests will Mandami represent and advance? Will it be the interests of the billionaires or the 99%? How can he work in our interests while being a lifelong member of an implacably corrupt party, the Democratic wing of the Uniparty? And there's another article to check out on that subject called Two Sets of Interests. And I would advise people, if they haven't seen that one yet, to check it out. And it gets into the billionaire interests versus our interests. But back to this one. Mandami getting elected can represent something positive. Sure, it's a weakening of Zionist power. But if it distracts from the struggle for real change, it could be counterproductive. It comes down to this. However much time and energy we're putting into a figure like Zoran Mandami, we should be putting 10 times as much energy into sparking a mass movement based on clear demands, and one that uses tools like direct action, mutual aid, and yes, electoral efforts as well. And what does that kind of a movement look like? See the 11 Demands strategy for details in the 11 Demands collective. Make MCDS, money corruption demand solutions, a core part of really every conversation. And it's up to us to spark a mass movement based on clear demands, and we all have a role to play. And it's what I was thinking of tonight when it's fair and it's correct to complain about, oh, we don't have a third-party candidate to vote for. These candidates and leaders aren't doing what we want. But we also need to be talking about what we're doing. And it's up to all of us to talk about how we can make something really new happen. MCDS, Money Corruption Demand Solutions, is a really good tool for that. It's a framework for understanding how things work. And a real key to it is always that demands part. Have clear demands, and good things will come from there. And that should be the core of any movement we're doing.